What's up, guys, and welcome to your App Store update for Thursday, March 21st. I am Justin Davis. Making his App Store update debut
Hi.
is Agent Bizzle himself.
Yeah, Brian Altano here.
Are you trying?
Thanks for bringing me along. It's early in the morning, so let's see what's available.
It's true.
So I can download some games to go back to bed.
So, Brian, the App Store update compiles all the game launches, price drops, and updates for any given 24-hour period. So before we sort of jump in, I do want to say we're getting some comments about, people watch the video and they say, oh, you said this game was free and it wasn't free. But, it is at the time that we make the video, right? Like, these videos have, like, a one-day shelf life. So, subscribe to YouTube, I guess.
Watch them that day.
Yeah, just don't
miss it. What are you
doing?
Stop slacking.
Brian, Thursday is the big App Store update every week.
Is that today? Oh, man.
Yeah, it is, sorry.
Thanks a lot.
So games come out every single day, but Thursday's the big day because that's the day that Apple refreshes the App Store. So everybody wants to be, one of the featured apps or one of the featured games. So, if you have a especially notable game, you launch it on Thursday.
Sure.
This is a game called Fetch, and it's sort of one of those 2D adventure deals. Oh, no, your dog's lost.
I love the art style.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
It's in this, like, futuristic world. I don't really know that much about it. Oh, I don't know what I just did. Oh, I guess I'm in the menu. I solved a couple puzzles, and that's basically how this works. Like, it's just like any adventure game where you're, collecting items, you can tap on things, the world's really interactive, and you're just kind of trying to progress through this world. And, yeah, it's got this gorgeous art style. I like the way that the little guy's animated.
Yeah, it's very Blade Runner meets Beethoven.
Whoa!
So don't do that.
No. Blade Runner meets Beethoven is a great line.
That's going to end up on their official site now.
Oh, who's this? I didn't even realize there was this much of like a storyline to this game. I'm pretty impressed with Fetch. It's sort of a hard game to demo, in a couple seconds, but I love the art. I love the production values. And Fetch is $4.99, and it's iPad only. What else we got? We got Snoopy Coaster.
Ooh, I'm in. Let's do this.
I can never tell if you're being sarcastic or not.
No, I'm a big fan of Snoopy.
Is that true?
Well, it's one of those things where I read all the Snoopy comics growing up, never once laughed, but always kept reading them.
There's Snoopy comics?
Are you kidding me?
No, I know like Peanuts.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh. So I have this like jetpack right now, but you're usually like on this roller coaster track, and you're trying to collect coins. It's like Jetpack Joyride, but on a roller coaster.
Oh, okay.
With Snoopy.
But you barely even touched the roller coaster since you got here.
Well, I mean that's because I got this booster power
up
right away. Like you'll see when it runs out. This is actually a reskin of a game called Mad Coaster. And Mad Coaster was pretty much the same game, except it didn't have the Snoopy theme, obviously.
I think you killed them.
I did. Well, see, you get 3 lives. And there's different missions to complete. It's the whole deal is all these kinds of games.
Sure.
And you're just trying to go as far as you can. These coins can be spent on power-ups. You go to different environments.
I went to the jazzy music there.
Yeah, I do like the jazzy music. I went to the Christmas environment earlier. It gets going faster and faster the longer you go, right? So, I don't know. That's basically it.
Snoopy Coaster. All right. And he's dead again.
Does this satiate your like Snoopy needs?
It's getting there.
So let me see. I'm gonna go ahead and fail, and then you can see sort of
dog funeral.
You can see the dog funeral. You can see that there's. Let's go back to the main menu, and I'll show you. It's the same as a lot of these kinds of games, right? Like, you have different objectives you're trying to complete, and when you complete those objectives, that ups your score multiplier. It really nails that Snoopy style. I like Mad Coaster a lot. I like Snoopy Coaster. It seems to be more or less the same game. Snoopy Coaster is... I'm almost certain it's 99 cents, but I want to double check. Yeah, it's 99 cents, and it's universal. This is Smash the Office.
Oh. Well, that's a thing.
Yeah.
What's with this guy's face?
This game's this game's a little bit trashy. Your only goal is you have 60 seconds to smash up as much of an office as you can.
Who would hire this guy?
Who would hire him? So,
well, I guess nobody, because he doesn't seem to have any coworkers. Maybe unless this game takes place on a Saturday.
Yeah, he came in on a Saturday to smash up the place. I don't know. I don't know.
It certainly exists.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about Smash the Office. Like, here's the thing: a game like this could be kind of cool if you could get like different weapons or different like leaderboards or stuff. But all you do is you spend 60 seconds and just smash up as much as you can, and then that's like the whole game. Right?
Do you get lunch?
No, there's no lunch, no
Really?
lunch breaks, just smashing.
Do you get paid time off?
There's no paid time off, no paid overtime.
Well, that's why he's so mad.
We
solved that crime.
Smash the Office is 99 cents, and it's also a universal app. These are all games that are out today, by the way, and that's what I love about the App Store. Is like even if 8 out of 10 of these games don't appeal to you, there'll be a couple that are like awesome.
Yeah, sure.
And then there's more. Whoa. Ooh, I played that with the sound off earlier. And Chopper Mike is a game that I expected like nothing from, but then when I started playing it, I got kind of hooked. You'll see. Should I be the UFO? No, we'll be the red squirrel chopper. Here's what I like about this. Like, the graphics are very plain, the style is very plain, everything's very plain, but
Actually, I like the art style a lot.
It controls just so perfectly. Like, these are probably the best. Like, you would think controlling a 3D helicopter with, like, touch buttons.
Yeah, because it looks a little crazy, but you're saying it plays smooth?
Yeah, like, it's super smooth. Like, he goes exactly where I, like, try to put him. I'm navigating through 3D space, like, really easily. Like,
yeah, this looks fun.
You usually have trouble. Like, you remember the first time you played Mario 64, and then you, like, couldn't hit any of the blocks?
I was crawling everywhere.
Yeah,
I didn't know what to do.
Because you're like, this game doesn't have that problem. Well, I guess I did just miss one right there. But generally speaking, this has got like sort of the smoothest controls for like navigating through a 3D environment that I have seen in a game. And that's all you're trying to do is you're trying to collect all these little gems in each level. Ooh, the game's effing with me now. And then you're trying to make it to the exit. And you get
so you got a penalty for touching the ground there.
Yeah, and you get stars and stuff for not hitting, doing it in a certain amount of time. I like Chopper Mike a lot. I understand it doesn't look like much, but it's one of those games that like I'm just gonna play a couple levels.
Yeah, it looks like a fun little time waster.
It's like popcorn, and I went level after level after level and totally enjoyed it. Chopper Mike.
And then you had like 8 bags and laid there in regret.
Oh, wait, you're still talking about the popcorn?
I was
like, what?
You mentioned that earlier, yeah.
Gotcha. Chopper Mike is $1.99. It's also universal. I don't know. What game should we hop into? Actually, let's hop into... We're probably in the middle of the App Store update right now.
All right.
So let me hop into my game that I think is the star of today's App Store update. And then people can just leave. They don't even need to watch the rest. This is Indiana Stone.
What?
Did you hear me talking about this earlier? So I love the art in this game. Sort of like a 3D... It reminds me of... It reminds me of... what was the game? 3D Dot Hero?
Yeah, 3D Dot Game Heroes. Music's great too.
Yeah, the whole thing, the game style is so good. So Indiana Stone is a game where you play as a boulder and you're trying to chase down an adventurer.
Wow, yeah, that's brilliant.
It's a great concept, right? Yep. And it's got like this actual story that you follow. Like you go to different environments. So you control it by tilting the screen left and right, and then you tap to jump, and then you're trying to avoid. Sometimes the adventure... Oh, and when you run over people and objects, you get bonuses.
Wow, this looks really cool.
Yeah,
I'm loving the art style.
Yeah. So let me see. When you run over 5 people, then you get sort of a boost. And these are speed rings.
See, I never really thought about these things from the Stone's perspective.
There. And now that I've run over 5 people, I'm invincible for a few seconds. And then... Oh, are we going to get him? Let's get him! Oh, he's faster in normal mode. I've only played on easy.
You're right on his tail. You got
it.
Nice.
And then I think if you get him like one more time, you go to a different environment.
Mans.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the game's got a really funny sense of humor. Like, there's all kinds of little jokes like that. It doesn't take itself too seriously. Like, in the menu, you can select your achievements, but they're called Chivos. Just stuff like that. I love that you're running over, like, the natives, or whatever, snakes as well.
Wow. Okay. So when you kill them, you murder Indiana Jones.
Yeah, for sure.
And any chances for new movies?
Well, he has it coming. Yeah.
Oh my god. And you threw him into a wall.
I like that he's just dragging the object behind him. And then
I like your little 8-bit speedometer. What's he doing with a plane in this tunnel?
A plane comes in and rescues him. And then this is what I love the most. This is the moment where I'm like, okay, I'm on board with this game. The boulder's like...
So wait, you're just going to follow him through his whole life now?
Yeah.
That is deranged.
There's different boulders you can unlock that have different properties. There's all kinds of different modes of play. I like Indiana Stone a lot.
Yeah, this is great.
It's a little... I mean, it's not expensive, really. I think people need to get over everything being 99 cents. But some people will be upset that it's $2.99. It's $2.99 and it's universal, so that'll work on your iPhone or your iPad.
That's what a coffee costs.
Yeah, but it is in San Francisco, at least. So this is Kingpin Lanes. It's an Unreal-powered bowling game.
Do you play as the pins?
What would that game even be?
I don't know. It's from the makers of Indiana Stone.
Maybe you dodge out of the way of the...
Yeah, you'd have to jump. Or just stand there. It'd be really sad.
So my little tagline for this game is that it's almost like the Far Cry of bowling games.
Wow.
And let me explain to you what I mean by that.
We're just doling out box quotes left and right today.
So the thing about Far Cry is it's really, really dedicated to its first-person perspective, right?
Yeah.
Like you never leave it. It sees you get in and out of cars.
Mm-hmm.
It sees you, inject yourself with the health power-ups. And that's how this game is. Like you can walk around this bowling shop, and like there's no menu. You don't dive into a menu to be like, I want to buy things from the shop. Like you just walk into the shop.
Is there a bar?
I don't think there's a bar. I love that that's...
Take your money. You look like you could use it a lot more than me, but I have $15 that say you're no match for my last score.
Wow.
And so you can challenge people to matches. I don't know why that
Just talking smack to you.
You can also just walk up and play the arcade games.
Really?
Yeah. I'm sure they're not very good. I don't want to play them. You can also walk up and play pool. And that's it. The whole game is this simulation.
Can you bowl?
You can skee ball. You can also bowl. Maybe we should actually show the bowling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Now we're gonna have to listen to her spiel again.
I hate to take your money.
Okay,
You look
okay,
like you
okay,
could
okay,
use it
okay.
a lot more than me, but I have $15 that say you're no match for my last score.
I got so wrapped up in showing the bowling alley that I almost didn't even bowl.
Yeah, I almost forgot there.
And again, it's all from this first-person perspective. There's nothing super special about the bowling. It's just sort of swipe control, so you swipe. Excuse me. And then you can put spin on the ball after the fact.
Got it. I don't think you needed spin there. You were looking good before you put spin on there.
Sorry.
It's all right.
You have a limited amount of
We'll
spin.
get through this.
Womp. Womp. Oh, no. No. Okay.
There goes your $15.
I like the fact that, like, sometimes bowling games try to make bowling seem really flashy.
Sure.
And this game, like, really revels in, like, no, this is just a terrible bowling alley, and you're
Yeah,
going to bowl.
it's
and, like,
grimy. It smells funny.
Yeah, exactly. And, like, all
There's
the
a
people...
condom machine in the bathroom. Like,
Yeah.
why is that here?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Well, I mean, we all know why it's there.
Well, bowling sex.
Kingpin Lanes is $1.99, and it's universal. Let's see, what have we not? I usually go in order, but I skipped around today. Oh, this
Dream
one.
Tim.
Dream Tim. I thought this was
Oh, man, I love the App Store.
just that this is Dream Tim,
Yeah.
not Dream Time. This is another game that jumped out at me thanks to its art style.
Yeah.
It's not quite as, Indiana Stone, I think, is the game that I'm like,
So
man,
you're dreaming right now, right? Because
Yeah.
your first dream was to run by a giant Price is Right prize wheel.
yeah, you're in a dream world. He's running on his own, and then I'm swiping the screen to destroy enemies and collect these coins. So I guess it's a little bit like a side-scrolling version of Fruit Ninja.
Fruit Ninja? Yeah. So you're not actually controlling his jumping or anything. You're doing everything with swipes. Ooh.
Oh, wow. I love how I died already. Yeah, you control everything with swipes. He's moving automatically, and you basically just have to
That's a
swipe.
cool idea.
You have to swipe to eliminate all the obstacles in his way. And I just died. We are probably getting close to... Like, he sort of enters, not different dreams, but, like, you encounter different opponents, and, there's eventually this giant snake.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's a dream thing, right? Giant snakes.
Yeah. If you're Tim.
You get a jetpack. I don't know. I don't know that this game is, like, different enough from other ones that are like
So
it.
now you are controlling him with your taps now, right?
Yeah,
okay.
you tap to hover. So there's, these different sort of things that you get. I don't know. This is the whole game. There's the giant snake.
I think that was a slug.
Was it? You
Yeah.
might be right, like a snake slug.
But everyone's dreams are up to interpretation, Justin.
Okay. We've seen enough.
Oh.
You level up, get bonuses. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I just don't know that it, like,
You've
necessarily...
earned a kip reward?
Yeah, I
What was
don't.
that?
That I'm not as wild about. These, like, ads pop up every once in a while.
Okay.
Dream Tim is $1.99, and it is actually iPhone only. It'll play on an iPad, but it won't be native iPad resolution. Oh, wow. We did blast through these. So there's a terrible... I guess I shouldn't say terrible. I've only played it for 15 seconds. But like a town-building Farmville-type game based on Wizard of Oz.
Oh, okay.
And it's...
based on the original Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, like the actual... Like it's got the movie license. Why is it... I already did all this. Why is it making me do this again? Oh, I guess I just had to hit OK. I don't even know. I'm almost tempted to skip this because we have so many games to go over today. It's the same deal. Like, you make your munchkins chop down wood, and then they use the wood to build huts, and then the hut takes 5 minutes to build, but you can pay, like, a gem to skip. I mean, there's nothing in here that's not, like, what you would expect. It's got clips from the movie that play at random sometimes. It was really weird and strange. I might do a breakout video on it later.
Yeah, that looks bizarre. Not interested.
Gameloft has kind of a cool, collectible card game thing based on it's the Order and Chaos license. Ooh, this actually might not load because of the Wi-Fi network that we're on.
Really?
Yeah, it needs to be.
I hate when wireless games do that.
Should we give people a look behind that? So IGN has a firewall in our office, and to play games, sometimes we have to be connected to a specific wireless network that, like, you know, leaves those ports open. And Order and Chaos is one of those games that's behind that firewall, unfortunately. I guess I'll do a breakout video on that later. Order and Chaos Duels is freemium. You know, you get some cards for free, then you have to pay to get more. So that's one. If people are looking for a new collectible card game, that's one they can check out on their own. Last up today, we have Abalone.
Is it Abalone or Abalone?
I don't know. I was hoping you would be able to tell me.
I mean, Abalone sounds like an iPhone game. About abs and baloney.
I don't know. You leave
Just marinate on that.
You leave me speechless sometimes, Altano. I thought this was like Chinese checkers at first, and it is, but it's got different rules. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to push your opponent's marbles off the edge of the board, but you can only push them if there's like more in your direction than there is in their direction. Like, you need to have 2 in order to push one or 3 to push 2.
So you can't have 1 to push 1.
No, you can't have 1 to push 1. And then there's some other rules, but that's like sort of the basic rules of the game. Nope, I didn't mean to do that. Undo. I think I'm going to get him. Oh, but he's scooting out of the way. He's sneaky. So I suppose, you know, if I were to keep playing, I would try to push him into the corner.
Sure.
This has multiplayer. It has all the kind of stuff you want. It's got a puzzle mode. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. I don't know. I didn't play this and was like, oh, this is a puzzle game of the year.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's another great box quote, by the way.
It runs.
Works.
So those are all. That's 10 brand new games that all came out today. Brian, what do you think? What jumps out at you about these?
Indiana Stone and Snoopy Coaster, I would say.
Okay, I say Indiana Stone and Fetch.
Cool. Actually, you really like Chopper Mike. This is a good day for you.
Yeah, you're right. So I would say Chopper Mike, Indiana Stone, and Fetch are all totally good options. Snoopy Coaster seems fine. I played a lot of Mad Coaster, and it's basically, you know, Mad Coaster but reskinned. I'm not going to jump into some price drops, but I do want to mention real fast that all the Final Fantasy games, not all of them, but like Final Fantasy IV is, you know, $5 off. Final Fantasy III is $7 off. The original Final Fantasy is more than half off. So, you know, a lot of people criticize Square Enix for, you know, their games being too expensive, but whoa, that was really loud. A lot of these are DS ports. You know, now it's basically the equivalent of getting a, you know, DS RPG for, you know, $8. Like, that's a great deal.
Yeah, good deal.
Brian, thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having me. I love this game, by the way. This is my favorite Final Fantasy game.
4?
Yeah.
Ooh.
This is my favorite Final Fantasy game ever made.
That's a dark horse answer.
Well, is it?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, there's nothing wrong with 4. I don't hear people say it's their favorite very much.
You don't talk to me that often about my favorite Final Fantasy games.
Why is it your favorite?
Is this the one with Cecil and the twins and
now you're immediately
because I know the numbering is all screwed up between America and Japan.
That's true. I don't know how much of 4 I've played.
So you're quizzing me. You don't even know the answers yourself.
I wasn't quizzing you. I just asked why it was your favorite.
Because it is.
Okay, fair enough. Brian, thanks for joining me.
Thanks
Everybody
for
at
having
home, thanks for watching. You know, leave some comments about which of these games you're enjoying the most.
Yep.
As always, you can get all the hottest news on all the hottest mobile games at IGN.com.